While you're scrolling through your banking app, wondering why your portfolio feels like it's stuck in the mud, the wealthiest people on the planet are quietly heading for the exits. But here's the catch. They aren't running in fear. They are following a blueprint, a set of invisible rules they've used for over a century to get richer while everyone else is losing their life savings. Have you ever wondered why, after every single economic disaster, the rich somehow end up owning more of the world, not less? It's because they don't see a market crash as a tragedy. They see it as the ultimate clearance sale. But to shop at that sale, they have to move their money before the smoke appears. Today, I'm going to decode exactly what they are doing right now, in 2026. I'm going to show you where the 1% are hiding their wealth in plain sight and, more importantly, how you can stop being their exit liquidity and start moving like a strategist. We're going to look at this frame by frame. If you've been feeling like the game is rigged, you're right. And today, I'll show you how to play on the winning side. If you're new to the channel, I'm Fingaka. I don't care about the moon or the latest crypto hype. I care about the pattern. I spend my time studying the moves made in the shadows to understand how the global elites are repositioning their pieces. My mission is to help you level up so you can see the economy for what it really is, a giant machine designed to transfer wealth. In this video, we are going to decode the 4 steps of the elite's playbook, how they sell their bags to the public while the news still looks good, what exactly they are buying to protect their wealth right now, how and when they use a crash to buy the world at a massive discount, how to replicate their strategy and build your own pile of cash to buy the bottom. This isn't just theory, it's a map for what's coming. Let's dive in. To understand where we are going, we have to understand how the house is built. Imagine a massive skyscraper. To the average person walking by, it looks solid and indestructible. They see the shiny glass and the fancy lobby. But the 1%? They aren't looking at the lobby. They are in the basement with a flashlight, looking at the cracks in the foundation. In our world, the foundation is made of debt and interest rates. Right now, those foundations are screaming. We are living through a time where debt has reached levels that shouldn't even be possible. The elite know that a building with a broken foundation will fall. It's not a guess. It's physics. The problem is, they can't all run out of the front door at once. If they did, the building would collapse instantly and they'd lose everything. They need a crowd of people to keep walking into the building while they quietly slip out the back. That crowd is the retail investor, the person watching the evening news and hearing that the economy is resilient. The stakes are higher than ever. If you don't learn how to spot the exit signs, you will be the one holding the heavy bags when the lights go out. But if you learn to watch the big players, you can get out while there's still time. Let's look at the first move. I call it the Great Handover. Imagine you own $1 billion in stocks and you see a storm coming. If you sell everything today, you crash the market and ruin your own profit. So, you create a distraction. You use the media to talk about the AI revolution or the new bull market. You make the world look so bright that everyone feels FOMO, the fear of missing out. While you are clicking buy because you think you're catching the next wave, the 1% are selling to you in small, invisible chunks. This is called distribution. They are handing you their risky bags of stocks and taking your safe cash in exchange. Look at the markets lately. When you see prices staying at record highs even though the news is bad, that's not strength. That's the 1% keeping the price steady just long enough to finish their exit. They are turning their paper wealth into something much more powerful. But once they have that cash, they don't just let it sit in a bank account where inflation can eat it. They are moving it into something much more real. When the elites move money, they want things they can touch. In a world of digital numbers that can be printed by the trillions, real is the only thing that lasts. Think of this like building a bunker. First, they are buying productive land. I'm talking about high-quality farmland and land with water rights. Why? Because no matter what happens to the stock market, people still need to eat and drink. They are buying the basics of life because those can never go to zero. Second, they are moving into private lending. Instead of betting on a stock price, they are becoming the bank themselves. They lend money to essential businesses, backed by the company's real estate or machinery. They get a guaranteed check every month, even if the market crashes 50%. Third, they are diversifying into hard assets. This includes everything from rare collectibles to real estate in countries that stay out of global conflicts. They are essentially unplugging their wealth from the digital system and plugging it into the physical world. They are preparing for a time when numbers on a screen might not mean as much as they do today. This is where the game is won or lost. The 1% don't just want to protect their money. They want to use the crash to buy your future. While the world is celebrating new highs, the elite are building a war chest. This is a massive pile of liquidity, cash or very safe short-term bonds. They sit on this pile and wait. They are bored while you are excited. Then, the crash happens. The handover is finished, the foundation breaks, and the panic starts. This is when the average person loses their job or their savings and is forced to sell their assets for whatever they can get. That is when the 1% open the war chest. They aren't panicking, they are shopping. They buy the houses, the companies, and the land for 30 or 40 cents on the dollar. This is how wealth is transferred. It's not destroyed, it just changes addresses. To follow them, you have to have the discipline to be the person with the cash when everyone else has the bags. Now, you're probably asking, how do I do this without $1 billion? You don't need a massive bankroll to follow the script, but you do need discipline. Building a war chest is about liquidity management. Here is your action plan to prepare for the bottom. Step 1. Start diverting at least 20% of your portfolio into cash equivalents. This isn't money to spend on bills. It's your strike fund. Keep it in high-yield accounts or ultra-short-term bonds where it's safe and ready. BL, SGOV, cash. Step 2. When one of your hype investments goes up, don't just leave it there. The 1% take their initial investment out and move it to the war chest. They play with house money while their cash pile grows for the next crash. Step 3. You cannot buy the bottom if you are busy paying 20% interest to a credit card company. Clear your high-interest debt now. Your goal is to be a lender during the crash, not a debtor. Step 4. Create a list of 5 high-quality assets you've always wanted to own but were too expensive. Know their crash price today. When the blood hits the streets, you won't be guessing. You'll be executing. If you follow these steps, you stop being a victim of the cycle and you start becoming a predator. You move from the 99% who are crushed by the wave to the 1% who learn how to surf it. Let's bring this whole map together. The 1% aren't geniuses. They just follow a more patient blueprint than you've been taught. To recap, they use the handover to sell their risks to the public when the mood is good. They hide their wealth in bunker assets, things that are physical and have real-world utility. They keep a war chest ready so they can be the only ones with cash when the world goes on sale. Stop trying to get rich quick by following the crowd. The crowd is exactly who the 1% are selling to. If you want to be wealthy, you have to act like the house, not the gambler at the table. In 2026, your most powerful asset isn't a hot stock. It's patience. Don't feel bad about holding cash while everyone else brags about their gains. They are playing a high-stakes game of musical chairs, and the music is already starting to fade. While they chase the hype, you are building the war chest. If this decode helped you see the game for what it really is, join the circle. Subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you stay ahead of the next move. The 1% are already positioned. Now, it's your turn. I'll see you in the next video.